Hey everyone, I'm Sparrowcus. Welcome to Hearts of Iron 4. This is the first episode of a new series that I'm gonna start today, and I've gotta be honest with you guys, I'm a couple of hours into the game, and I have to say congratulations Paradox Interactive for making basically such a great grand strategy title. Of course, it has its issues and its bugs and so on, and AI issues, yeah, let's just call it issues again. But that's basically normal for a Paradox Interactive grand strategy title. But so far, since we have to keep in mind this is a fresh release, and it wasn't really different, it was actually even worse with other titles of Paradox Interactive. So this thing is really great as it is right now, and it's going to be better over time. And if you found this video, most of you guys are probably new to this channel. You probably never seen any one of my videos, and if I just can make a suggestion, watch this video and maybe a couple of more videos on my channel if you want to. You're free to do so, you are invited to do so, and well, hopefully you will subscribe to this channel because well, for one, this is a small channel, so I value each and every one of you, and together this game will be a lot more fun if we can interact together in the video and of course in the comment section down below, since well, in the video it's basically me talking to you, but of course you can talk to me back in the comments down below, and I'm happy to interact with you, so together we can have a lot more fun painting the world, well, red. And well, this sentence has actually two meanings, because we're gonna start a new game, of course, and we're also gonna start the earlier starting date, because I think, well, if you have some plans or more to do on during your scenario, this also has its value. But for me, Hearts of Iron 4, the building up your country and like shifting and preparing your country for the war, it's just, I know, I think it's a very important part of Hearts of Iron 4. So, a storm is gathering, dark times are coming in Europe. Hitler has consolidated his power, and his attention is now increasingly drawn beyond Germany's borders. Mussolini's Italy continues to embark on daring military adventures, while the Empire of Japan stands poised to attack China in Asia. Almost 20 years have passed since the end of the Great War, and the world has yet again been doused in gasoline. A single spark may be all it takes. See, for me, there's missing something. All it takes to, you know, make it burn again or something, but whatever. And yeah, I find this really interesting. You know, I get reminded that the First World War before the Second World War was called the Great War, which is kind of ironic, since only like 20 years later a war broke out, the likes of which has never seen the likes of which. So let's start the scenario, and well, you probably already know who I'm gonna pick, since I'm sure read the title, and I was thinking who I'm gonna pick. Maybe Germany, because I think they are the best country if you don't know the game at all, and you know, to start. But I think the Soviets are gonna be fun. We're gonna paint the world map, or the world, red, and in two ways, with communism and blood. So we have a national spirit going on, the Trotskyite plot, which gives us minus 20% national unity. This is not so good, but as far as I know, we can get rid of that at some point. And the home of the revolution, which is actually also not so good as well. We get a ideology drift defense plus 50%. I don't really know if this really affects us so far. I don't really think that the AI is affecting your voters inland. So we basically just have the minus 10% construction speed, which is really sucky. But of course, we could choose every other country on the map if we wanted to. We could go for Ethiopia, the British Raj, or Bhutan, which is amazing. I have no idea how you're supposed to survive as Bhutan or even Luxembourg. I mean, those poor bastards. They only have 2 research slots. Those poor freaking bastards. But instead of picking the smallest countries, we just picked the biggest one. Well, I think even UK might be even bigger. But alright, we just picked the Soviets, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. We want to go regular because we're still learning the game. Not gonna go Iron Man mode. We don't need achievements just yet. And let's just see. I just love the gong at the beginning. Oh, it's just great. So, Soviets, right? The thing is, the reason why you should always start with the big countries before you start with the smaller ones is, it's always like the trap that you can go in if you play a what do you call it again? Paradox interactive strategy game, right? That you would think, well, I'd rather go with the smaller countries since I don't have to do that much, but it's actually the bigger countries that are easier to play, and it's gonna be still hard enough or interesting enough to conquer the world as Russia. So I'm just like already picking my divisions and put them into armies, so they can line up over here. Let's give you these ones. Let's do it like that. Right, just like that. Line them up over here. Come on. What do we do with you? How about that? We don't need you. New army, line up on Poland. You guys, let's do it like that. New army, line up on Romania. Right, good. Geography lessons are still in place. Don't need you. Now over here, I'm not sure if we want to attack Turkey or Iran. I have to think about it, but not today. For now, just line up over here. We are definitely going to attack Xinjiang, or annex them somehow. Probably attack him. Tanatuva and Mongolia is already part of the Comintern. Where is it? Damn. Well, here we have it. The Comintern member or leader is the Soviet Union, which is us, and Tuvaluva, Kubaluba, whatever. Tanatuva, of course, and Mongolia, part of it. And here we have Japan, just in case. Here, line up as well. Even though, well, we are this Joseph here, Giuseppe Stalinov, and well, historically, he wasn't really fond of the Germans or the fascists, but he wasn't really against them as well. He had his eye on those allies, and they were his problem, and basically vice versa. So I would like to go the same path. I would like to convince the fascists that communism is not really like the biggest threat for them. So the main reason is I want to fuck over the allies, and the reason lies over here. Because if we go over here to our trade tab, we're having quite an amount of oil, aluminum, tungsten, steel, and chromium. We have plenty of that, but we don't produce any rubber. And the best source of rubber is Indochina and, well, the Oceanic Islands, the Philippines, and so on. So here we can see, for example, 850, which is basically like 90% of the world's supply. Well, not 90, but 2/3 or something. Here we got 260, 240, 130, and up here again 90, 70, and so on, continues over here. So basically a lot of rubber. Here we have a lot of oil, which is quite close, so if we want to, we can just roll over Iran and then we're fine with oil, but we already have plenty over here, so we're doing fine. We need rubber, and that's behind Xinjiang, Tibet, basically the British Raj, because we have to attack one of you guys anyway, or we would go through China, but I would like to make them communist and then make a naval invasion, but that's gonna be in the future. So far we have to make do as it is. So we have to pick a national focus. Now the thing is, we have only 3 research slots, which is compared to the other like interesting companies or great companies. Countries like Germany, UK, Italy, Japan, and the US, they all have 4 research slots. I think, as far as I know, France does also have 3. I know Luxembourg has only 2, because I tried Luxembourg for a while, and I don't know how you're supposed to survive. They have no army, they have almost no factories. They're really bad at researching. I have no idea how you're supposed to survive as them. But that's basically the ultimate goal. World domination of Luxembourg. If you can't do that, that's like the Ryukus on what's it called? Europa Universalis, right? The 3 mountains achievement, basically. Alright, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I should also do a battle plan for each and every one. As far as I know, if you do this, they get... That's wrong. They get organization bonus, and even if you send them somewhere else, they don't lose their organization immediately. And yeah, so if they are at full organization, then you, I don't know, change the plan or send them away. As far as I know, they just keep most of it. Depends on how long they just are not getting organization bonus. And well, with better organization, they're simply fighting better. So yeah, I got sidetracked. We have research time, expert focus -5%. Fine. We have 3 research slots, so I would want to go and do extra research slots. The interesting thing that I found out with Russia is that they can actually unlock 3 more. 1 over here, 1 over here, and 1 over here with a closed city network, which is impressive because I thought that 5 is the maximum amount, but apparently it is 4, and we can also get -5% research time over here. So what it means is at the beginning, Russia is not really good at technology, but in the end of the game, if you do it right, Russia can be a real powerhouse technology-wise. But now I want to go for the research slot over here, and coincidentally, I get also these extra factories for free, which is perfect, which is exactly what I need. So we have to finish the 5-year plan. The second 5-year plan prioritizes the development of heavy industry. The Soviet Union must develop quickly in order to match the capitalist and fascist powers of the West. And of course, since we're living in 2016, we know that a 5-year plan is the best way to keep up with Western technology. Well, almost. Alright, this will cost us 1 daily political power, which is fine, because if you don't do the national focus, you just get behind so far. So yeah, we spent 1 daily political power. We can use political power for inland politics, changing laws like the conscription law, so we have more manpower, but so far we have plenty. Export and civilian economy laws, some adding advisors, appoint companies to help you build your army, or basically have faster research time. You have to choose one, and get also military staff for, you know, several bonuses, different ones. And of course, you can use your political power for foreign politics. Over here, grant independence, improve relations, so on and so forth. So, but first we need to pick a technology, and basically we have here a land technology for your armies, and some doctrines for your navy, air, and well, more or less civilian, because atomic and rockets are not necessarily civilian, but more or less. So First of all, industry, and we go for construction. Speed plus 10, so we can neglect that malice that we have. So we have to get some improved methods on materials, so we get better building speed. Of course, we also go immediately for the basic machine tools for a better production efficiency cap. If you don't know what it is, we'll get to that in a moment. And of course, what I always do in pretty much every game that has research is increase research speed as fast as possible. So, because if you are ahead on technology, you're always doing fine. And now I just noticed, I forgot to mention that I already have a mod active that colors the buttons over here and over there and down here, so there's a better overview. And since I know many are complaining about the day and night cycle, that it hurts their eyes, I will turn this off. Maybe I will turn it on also again, so you can say in the comments down below how you would like to have it with day and night cycle or without it. But so far I think I just... Okay, let's just keep it on, since we're not doing much. And actually we can start the game. We can let some time pass. It doesn't really matter much, except for weight. It does matter over here. We need... So here we have the diplomacy screen. There's nothing that we want to do just yet. Trade. We could trade some rubber, but we're not gonna do that. How does trade work? Well, basically you spend civilian factories, the power of civilian factories. They basically, money is abstracted, right? That was the word I was looking for. Money is abstracted in this game, so your civilian factories produce goods. These goods are getting sold on the civilian or on the market and generate money for you. And this money you use to buy your resources, basically. And that's the only way you kind of have money, quote unquote. So we could spend one civilian factory for 8, alright, over here, for 8 rubber. But I don't want to do that, since 6 is not that much. What I want to do is building some stuff on in our country. And I would like to start with a bunch of civilian factories, because I just want to get the snowball rolling. Basically, if you have more civilian factories, you can build more civilian factories in the future, for example, and faster some military factories and naval dockyards and so on and so forth. So let's build a couple of them, like here, and now we can unpause, so they'll start building. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, I think that's plenty for now. We could build some forts and stuff, but not yet. We also don't need any infrastructure. Over here we are doing fine as far as I know. It's 3, 3, 3, 3. Nobody's complaining. It should be fine. Should be fine. Alright, we got alright 3 military factories. I shouldn't have unpaused. So let's increase production of infantry weapons. Always important. Some support equipment. I do like tanks, so tank production goes up. Motorized infantry, always good. I am not gonna focus on planes just yet. And over here with the navy, I just do this, and then I don't have to worry about naval issues for years to come. So basically, what it does, every new dockyard that we gets added over here. And as soon as we are done building those 4 destroyers, all the dockyards over here just go down here and start working, and then we're done with these. They work over here and so on and so on. So I have to worry about that for a while now. Don't have to. And let's do that. I think it's good. 2 tanks a day. We probably need a bunch more. That's the production screen. Alright. I want to produce also some troops. What are we doing over here? We are no divisions in training, so let's do that. Well, the thing is, we can edit our division in the division designer, but we don't have any experience, so we can do that just yet, because this costs us to do it. But okay, these are actually quite fine. We already have like an infantry division, with artillery support, which is good enough. We've got some mountaineers with engineering and artillery support, motorized infantry, some stupid cavalry that we don't need. We have already some military police, but as far as I know, the developers already said that it's best if you have cavalry over here. They're the best in repression or suppression over here. So have a look. You see, these are 4 dudes, and they have already 8. Here we have 6 dude with the military police, which gives 20% suppression bonus, and we're only at 7. So yeah, cavalry is, it's really bad in the front lines, but it's really good as a garrison and military police. We got some tanks, which is nice. If we have tanks, we don't need motorized infantry actually. I'm not gonna produce them. We already have some over here, so why? And some paratroopers. We have some paratroopers. Interesting. So we do this, this, and this. We add a couple of units over here, and over here. Yes. So how do we do with logistics? Oh yeah. That's kind of expected. Now we need 50,000 infantry equipment, and I think before I started recruiting, we were at, I think, just a couple of hundred in debt, let's say. And same was over here. We're doing actually quite fine in equipment and motorized. Well, motorized, yeah, not really. Towed artillery and tanks. We're missing quite a lot actually, but let's just do it. Doesn't matter. So here we have the production efficiency cap. Right, we are almost at 50%. As soon as we have that research finished, this one here, the basic machine tool, we can go up to 55%, and basically it affects this number right here. With a high production efficiency cap, you produce more. And let's say we change the production of these factories, the production efficiency cap goes down. And it depends. If you do tanks and then you do another tank, the production efficiency doesn't go back as much. But if you do, for example, weapons and then you change them into tanks or motorized infantry, it changes quite a bit. So it goes down to 20 or even 10%. So I don't want to do that right now. I want to keep my production going and flowing. So anything else that I want to do that is important right now that I don't forget to do, and I kind of feel like I have. We can, I don't need you actually, go away. I want to like deploy you over here in Finland. Don't I? Wait, what? Why doesn't it work? Oh yeah, now it works. Okay. You guys, since we don't have almost no mountains over here, except for Romania, I either send you over here to Turkey or Iran, or Xinjiang. So I think I'm gonna do that. And the tanks go over here. Let's just put them to Poland, just in case the Germans are gonna be a bit fast, you know. And anything else? We're missing resources. Right, we're missing 8 now. So now I could actually go and switch up one civilian factory, for example, for some rubber, but I still don't want to do it. May 30th, May 19th. Really? Oh, really? How can that be? How can that be? We have 4 factories in over here assigned, and we have 15 over here. This one is done in May. Oh, next year. All right. Okay, I was so focusing on May, I didn't see the next year. All right, that makes a lot more sense. Sure. Okay. Now the thing is, the day-night cycle is if you are like a little bit more further away from the map, and if you are at like speed 2 and maybe even speed 3, it's not that bad. It's actually really, really good. And I also like how the water, it's basically, for me, it looks like there's oil on the water. And how it says in the introduction, the world is once again like doused in gasoline. It looks really like the water has some gasoline on it. And yeah, here we have the world tension. And at some point it will rise to 100%, and then that's the point when the world is literally on fire over here and World War II is about to start. So until then, we want you to basically be friends. Rhineland, yes, yeah, that's what you want to do. Different ideology, but other than that, we are super best friends, right? So to improve diplomatic relations, it will cost us 10 to start. It will require also daily, because I have different ideology. We could also boost party popularity. I'm not sure if we want to do that just yet, because they don't have no elections. Oh, I mean, they don't have any elections, so we would have to stage a coup at some point. I mean, that would be fun as well, but let's see if we can be friends, like sort of friends, you know, non-aggression pact friends. Yeah, you don't really want that. Has a strategic reason to be hostile to... Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be an issue. That is going to be an issue. Alright, well, since I don't really have much to do anymore, why don't I go to you and wait, I was the wrong button. You know what, guys, why don't I just do that in between episodes? I will just form up some battle plans for every like, division or every army that I have. Also assign some commanders to my armies down here, since it's quite a lot, since we're Russia and Russia has a shitload of armies. And then in the next episode we just see how it goes further. Well, basically the game and the story behind, or the events on the game are progressed through the focus tree. Things happen because of this thing here. So for example, we can, you know, do an anti-capitalist pact, which would make those fascists our friends. This is really, really interesting. Which way I want to go next? But I'm really I really want those research slots over here. Protective heroism. But then we don't have that one. Doesn't matter. We can go there over here. I mean, why would you ever go for collectivist propaganda? With that, you like get rid of this one completely. This is kind of stupid. Sure, we get political power and some national unity, but you don't need that much national unity, in my opinion, because if you lose that bad, then you already lost. And it's not like in other games where Paradox Interactive, where you can basically, if you just lost a war, it's fine, you can always start another one, you know. You don't have to quit your game if you lost a war. Over here, there's basically just one war, and it's all or nothing. So, if you get pushed back already like 30% of your country, it's not impossible to come back, of course, but it's again a lot harder, and there's more luck involved than anything else. There's more the question, what, for example, if you get pushed back by the Germans, what will the Allies do to push back or to attack them? And maybe then you are lucky, but other than that, it's looking bad if you basically lose the war. So, win is the way to go for the Soviet Union. So, I hope you liked this episode, and I hope that you press the like button if you did. If you didn't, you can press the like button down below. It's totally fine by me, especially if you also mention in the comments why you liked or didn't like it. And if you're new to the channel, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. And I hope to see you tomorrow and the next days to come for this daily series of the Let's Play of Hearts of Iron 4 and the Soviet Union. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. See you then. Bye.